Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another Overwatch video. So today let's talk about Season 8 placements. Alrighty, so before I share my story about my placement matches, I wanted to ask you guys how your placement matches were going. Where did you end last season and where did you place this season? Just let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit more about the placement matches for me. And first of all, I want to name two of the new changes for Season 8. And of course, those are, first of all, the better grouping of SR between players on the same team or on the other team, so that there won't be as much deviation between the SR numbers on either team. So it should be, well, a fairer matchup kind of. And of course the other one, which is the very important one, is that for Diamond tier players and above, as you all know, there won't be any more performance-based SR, so it's only about winning and losing now. And I think that the reasoning behind that, of course, was that they're trying to actually make people play only for the win instead of just playing a certain hero or something like that, or playing for stats or something. Anyhow, so my placement matches. I actually last season had my very, highest season high of 3,449. I was only 2 matches off Master. However, I dropped back down a little bit to 3.2k. And I actually, after I lost 7 placement matches, draw 1, and yeah, 1 draw and then 2 wins, of course. So I think I should have lost a couple of more SR than I did actually, now that I think about it. So my last, well, better said, the SR that I ended as was 3,210. Now, the SR that I placed in was 3,143. So that's a difference of 67 SR, in case you're not too good at math. Quick math. Now, the thing is, if you think about it, usually with a new system, you should get, I suppose, 25 SR per loss and per win if you're Diamond and above. So in theory, by losing 7, drawing 1, and winning 2, I kind of have in total 5 losses. So 5 times 25, that's minus 125 and not minus 67. So you can see there's a slight thing. Now, something that I did notice, however, and this also happened during the last placement matches, so ever since they changed the old system, where it would purposely be dropped lower than you actually were with your SR, so you actually gain more, I think that for the placement matches, most likely there's still some sort of performance-based SR there, or at least matches are calculated in a different way, at least for these first 10 matches. Now, to be completely honest, I haven't played the following matches so far, so I can't properly tell. However, from what I've seen and other people tell me, it's usually if they lose 9 and they win 9, they completely are at like plus minus 0. So they haven't lost anything, they haven't won anything, and that's pretty much for Diamond and above. So I'm not quite sure about that again. But I think that's probably how it's gonna work, and I think placement matches will still incorporate performance-based SR to some degree, or like at least, I don't know, measure a couple of other things that are put into consideration to properly adjust yourself. Because even the last couple of times when we had the placement matches, I always felt like no matter how good or bad you were doing, you were always gaining more or less than you did normally with your normal matches. So I think placement matches always, even though they're not completely resetting your SR, so you can't go from Bronze to Grandmaster just because you won 10 games, they still do have a higher effect, I think, on how you actually did perform in those kind of matches. Now, again, I think that's just what I've seen so far. We have to wait a little more and see how all the other matches will be going. But yeah, I think that's much for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and luckySkillFaker out.
Double kill. Double kill.